first off, why don't you tell us who you are?
Well, my name is Farheen Hakeem.
My name is Dan Dittman.
And we are the Green Party ticket for governor and lieutenant governor for this 2010 election cycle. We're running on many issues, and some of the issues that we feel that a lot of Minnesotans want to talk about are immigration, future-focused sustainability, and finance and fiscal responsibility.
So let me get this right, Farheen. You just announced that you are running for governor.
Correct.
And Dan is going to be
Lieutenant Governor.
Lieutenant Governor.
Hooray!
Hooray! What made you decide to run for governor?
There's several reasons. First of all, if you look at the slate right now, we're at a point where of the major parties, Margaret Anderson Keller is our most progressive. And for those of us who've been in politics for the last 5 years, we find that to be a real concern. I was really exposed to Margaret Anderson Keller in 2006 when the stadium issue came to light, and was really concerned because she was very supportive of the baseball stadium. And at the time, the economy wasn't nearly as bad as it is now. And it really was a set of wrong priorities that our legislature had, and we really needed to actually spend that money and raise taxes for human needs, not for baseball. I'm concerned because if that is the most leftist candidate that we have, we're in dire straits. We need someone who's going to be courageous to talk about LGBT rights, someone who's going to make a very strong stance on preserving immigrant rights and having real comprehensive immigration reform. I'm really concerned about the fiscal and the finances that we have in our state. The fact that the legislature could not push through this the first set of budget where the utmost rich would have had to pay the most taxes shows not only that there's a great deal of partisanship, but even division within the Democratic Party. That bill only passed by 1 vote in the Senate, yet the Democrats have a supermajority in the Senate, and that's very problematic. We need someone who's going to be able to bring these issues to the table in this gubernatorial race, not just frame it to be more of a centrist campaign. And the Green Party candidates have an opportunity to bring that to the table. When we come in and we discuss and we bring in these issues, we have an opportunity to speak about some of the more progressive side of the issues. And that's been my experience when I ran for mayor, when I ran for county commissioner, and I went for state representative. Although, unfortunately, when an opponent has won, only so much I can do to push to the left. For example, I want to talk about wind energy. This is one of our vital assets in Minnesota. We don't have a governor who can make and shape that message and bring our legislature to it. But that would really get us out of the lack of sustainable energy that we have in the state, and get us out of situations like the BP oil spill and curb our addiction to oil.
Now, Dan, you've been involved in politics mainly behind the scenes. Am I accurate in saying that?
That is correct, yes.
So how did this collaboration happen?
Basically, a name was needed for the to serve as lieutenant governor. I've done a lot of research on the side, and basically kind of know a lot of what the issues are, and that's kind of what brings me to the table.
And you and Farheen have actually worked together for quite some time, so you would make a good pair.
Correct.
Yeah, and it's a really good yin and yang combination. I'm much more of the social, the public speaker type, but Dan has got a wealth of information in his head and is a really great researcher. He really understands the finances, and he has read thoroughly the Constitution of Minnesota, as well as many of the laws that are currently on statute that have just been passed in this session. In addition to that, he's really informed me a lot about some of the rural issues that are happening in the state of Minnesota, and the need for the resources that are there and to support our farming communities and other rural communities. While I have this background working with not only immigrant communities, but working really with urban areas for the last 10 years.
Well, that was going to be my next question, was you've really been focused in politics in the inner city. This is a new venture for you, and how do you think you're going to be perceived out in rural areas?
Well, this is it's exciting because it feels like I'm running for office for the very first time. And one of the things I feel that we're going to be challenged on is our age. I'm 34, Dan's 27, and we're going to be told that we're very young. The reason why I picked the governor's race is because of the 4 statewide offices that are there, the governor's race is the one that I'm most suited for. I have experience as national co-chair of the Green Party of the United States, so having managing an entire national organization and managing a national office takes a lot of work, and that's why I feel the fit to be a governor. I think that the rural areas are going to be excited about me and wanted to hear more about it. I think the rural greater Minnesota is excited about the Green Party and still wants to know who our Green Party candidates are. And I think there's going to be a real change because the last 3 candidates, last three election cycles for governor has been the same person, which is Ken Patel, and now we're going to have a brand new person representing the Green Party in rural Minnesota. So I think that there's a lot of excitement there. And in rural Minnesota, there are a lot of people who look like me now. You know, Owatonna, Wilmer, Worthington, even Duluth. There's a mosque in all those places, and so it's an opportunity for people like to get to know their neighbors as well.
Now, when do you guys plan on hitting the road to get your message out there?
All summer. We hope to start. Excuse me. We hope to start doing our road trips in July, August, September, and really we want to do, you know, the skills that we have is doing that grassroots, one-on-one, face-to-face. The times I ran for office before, the Democrats have been really aware of when I've gone door knocking and have seen when I've gone door knocking, and that is my forte. And I think we're going to make a really great pair to do that. Really understanding greater Minnesota culture while bringing a fresh face over to say, hey, I'm here, I want to hear your story. So it's going to be a really exciting time. And first off, I really want to go to Roseau, Minnesota, which is really up north near Warhead, to congratulate the town because their all-star hero in hockey just won the Stanley Cup last night.
Oh, wow.
He's a Chicago Blackhawks player.
Oh,
and so
wow.
I really wanted to congratulate their hometown hero for being part of a really amazing historical process. And I'm a Chicagoan. So as you know, I was on the phone last night with a lot of other family and friends who were very thrilled about the winning of the Stanley Cup.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to tell the listeners?
Well, I just want to say that Dan and I are really excited to be able to meet with you and see you all throughout Minneapolis as well as Minnesota. And it's just really exciting also because as I've gone throughout the years, excuse me, meeting people and talking to people, people have said, oh, you know, I don't think I can vote for you, I'm not in your district. And now that's not the case. If you are a Minnesota voter, you can vote green, and you can vote for a woman at the top of the ticket, and you can vote for young people, and you can also vote yourself, vote your conscience in this election cycle. It's worth it because the same people who brought us into this mess can't get us out of it. So let's start voting outside the two-party system, and I really hope you consider my candidacy.
Yay, well thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you on the campaign trail.